07, 607. Brothers and sisters, mothers and misters, bunions and blisters, welcome to the garage session. I am your head mechanic, Mr. Mech. You already know what the situation is. Hit the likes, hit the subs, show your boy love, and get your tool belt, get your coveralls, and let's get right. You see the subject matter. You know how I feel. All mechanics report to duty, tool belts up, coveralls up. Let's get right. Charlie Funk. Hope your birthday was amazing, King. One more. Salute good people on this last day of Black History Month. Even though we be doing it daily, I just wanted to break out something a little profound to celebrate the end of the month. Posted in the garage. Yes, you are, King. Yes, you are. One time. One time. Hope you enjoyed your birthday. Many more. You dig? Many more. I always tell people I was born in the right month. It's pretty busy. You picked a pretty busy time to pop up, but like we glad to have you here, bro. We glad to have you here. Peace, peace, peace. Salute to the room. Again, let me run it back one more time. Welcome to the 6 p.m. garage session. Garage is now open. I'm your boy, Mr. Mech, head mechanic. Get your coveralls, get your tool belt. Let's get right. You know what the situation is. We doing the YouTube thing, so hit the likes, hit the subs to show your boy love. And if you saw the subject, if you saw the title, you know where this is going. If you've been paying attention, you know where this is going. We got them likes. Thank you, Charlie. Welcome to New York City, where sirens ring off at 6:09, and they're loud enough to come through your window, and it almost feels like they're parked downstairs. J. Cole did Cyhi. And we got a hint of the we kind of thought this was happening. Shout out to the boy Mickey Fax. Mickey caught this line early from Cyhi talking about, college students who drop out, now they're lyricists. And we weren't sure who he was aiming at because he didn't say any names. To the point where Mickey even thought that he might be talking about him. But as it turns out, after a couple of car references, we are now under the impression that he is talking to J. Cole. And I am going to proceed as if Cyhi was taking aim at J. Cole. Whew. The track is called Lost Control. Yeah, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Because the GNX versus Honda. Right. Y'all, okay, let me, the mechanics know. I'm not talking to y'all. Y'all, we listen to hip hop in this way. We have we're listening. We're really paying attention. We don't just know the beat is dope. We're actually paying attention to the bar. So we know. I'm not talking about us. I only have to put in the safe to assume part because no names were mentioned. And, MCs, rappers tend to, there's always the possibility that somebody might throw stones and hide their hands. I've never known Cyhi to be that kind of guy. But me saying we don't know for sure is my own personal disclaimer, just because no names were actually said. But the references are there. The references are 100% there. So, although we don't like to assume, it's safe to assume. Yeah. And, you throw in You throw in type a quick Google search to see what comes up. Yeah, yeah, it's up. I have two questions. I have two questions. One, if he really felt this way, why wait? Why wait till J. Cole is announcing his last album to do this? J. Cole been selling these tickets for a long time, way before the battle. J. Cole been talking like this. Why wait till he's announcing his final run, his final album, to now decide you want to diss him? That's number one. If you felt like this, again, assuming has to do a lot of heavy lifting here because I don't know if there was some kind of interaction behind the scenes that led to this. I don't, but it really felt like from Cyhi's original tweet that these are old gripes, like not anything new, not anything recent. Yeah, I don't. Let me find it. Let me just bring the tweet up. Let me just get the exact quote. At a post on Wednesday, February 11th, Cyhi slammed hip hop. Oh, here it is. I grew up in an era where your lyricists were from the streets. Now it's a bunch of straight A students who dropped out of college they sophomore year to be rappers. You can tell they don't have any life experiences. They're just good with words. Okay. I took immediate exception to that because I guess a hit dog will holler. I'm not a college dropout, but I'm also not a street dude. So, the education that you received, in my opinion, really doesn't have anything with your ability to do the job. The job being a lyricist, I don't. That's a category of MC that has nothing to do with your exposure to the streets, and I don't think one should be a qualifier for the other. I know a lot of street dudes. I know a lot of street rappers who were never street dudes, but had to claim that they were in order to get a pass, to make music, to make the kind of music they were making. They had to claim that life. They had to talk like they were from that cloth, and they weren't. And we when we caught them, we called them liars. We roasted them. You fraud. You phony. You fake. You this. You that. You the third. Keeping it real. Keeping it real. But keeping it real can't only mean like I'm from the street, so I'm gonna rap about that life, or I've had a super hard life, so I'm gonna rap about that. Couldn't just mean that. Keeping it real means being genuine and honest to yourself. So whatever your experience was, your job was to put that in a way that people who shared that experience could rock with you. And being a lyricist just meant that you went above and beyond when it came to the words you used and the wordplay and the similes and metaphors and entendres. Like you went above and beyond to paint your picture using those specific brushes. And those were expert level brushes. So I don't really care what your life experience was. If you were dope, your content is your content. I may like it, I may not. I may relate to it, I may not. But I can always recognize the level of skill it took to create the record that you made. So I instantly disagreed with Saha when it came with that. And I had no idea like what even made him say that at the time. No idea what made him say that. Especially since like one of his, and Saha is dope. Don't get me wrong. He's flat out a pin predator. He is a beast. One of the nicest underrated cats. For those who don't know, you speak on Saha, you gotta speak with some reverence. Now that boy Pin get busy. However, I thought it was very funny that this is his stance. And yet, what we know him for, like his claim to fame, his biggest boost was the fact that he wrote for the guy whose debut album was called College Dropout. You literally wrote for the College Dropout. I'm not gonna call you a hypocrite because it's not that deep, but bro, you wrote for the College Dropout. You wrote. for the college dropout, the guy who put that, that phrase on the map in a lot of different ways. So, but come to find out, he wasn't talking about him. That was just a shot at Cole. And I'm all for the competitive aspect of this. I think Cole has a worthy opponent. I don't know if Cole is up to it. I don't know if Cole is going to. But let me not fast forward. Cole has a worthy opponent in Cyhi, a very worthy opponent. 10 years later, though, Mech, you don't think it's too late? No, no. There's no statute of limitations on smoke, unless it's like personal. I don't. My father was real big in saying, you're free to do what you want, but you're not free from the consequences of it. There's always going to be time for it's not too late for him to do it. My question is why. Now you're making me jump ahead of my point, but I'm not mad at it. My question is why. I'm really curious as to what sparked it now. What made you want to do this now? Was it something that Cole said? Was it something that Cole did? Did he piss you off in some kind of way? He's been on a rampage his whole run. He's been talking this lyrical stuff his whole run. The only thing that I can think of is the fact that J. Cole dropped out of that battle. And maybe Cyhi smells blood in the water. Maybe he sees weakness. If that's the case, that's a cheap shot. Or Cyhi may be one of these guys, one of the people. I'm not even going to try and play him. He might be one of the people who are really offended that, somebody in the top three took a shot and then hit his hands and then backed out. I told you there was going to be repercussions for that. I told you not everybody in the cipher is going to forgive that. Not everybody's going to be okay with the fact that he was here, dissed, and then backed out. I told you things were going to come from that. That not everybody was going to forgive him. No matter how much they liked the album, no matter how much they were cool with the project, he went #1. So his relevancy is still there 100%. But I told you, not everybody was going to be okay with that. And I was curious as to if a #1 album was going to, bring forgiveness into the picture. Does this mean we forgave him? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe not. Because the fact that we don't know why Cyhi is doing this is what leads to all the other speculations. It opens the door for all of the possibilities. We have no idea why he's decided at this stage to bring smoke to Cole. Especially since Cole is like gracefully bowing out. He's gracefully bowing out. You heard hold on, you heard the homie L. Hit the likes, hit the subs. I see a couple of the likes going off, but hit the likes, hit the subs. That's how you show your boy love. We having this discussion. If you're enjoying it, hit the likes, man. Hit the likes, hit the shares, hit the subs. Please and thank you. And we continue this conversation, but please follow the lead of my mechanics in here. Hit the subs, become a mechanic, and hit them likes, man. Let's keep this party going. All I know is this is very interesting turn of events, right? Very interesting. I'm happy to stop talking about Ti and 50 because that feels like a moot point until 50 actually put some bars to it. I'm not overly concerned about anything over there moving forward. Ti's at this point he's just beating a dead horse. That's going nowhere. 50 already like disabled the comments. He already got rid of the post. That's going nowhere. So I'm happy to talk about some active. Although I was happy to get more music from Ti. I'm happy that his son Domani showed everybody what he was doing. For the people who may not have been aware that Domani was an artist, I'm happy that people are, seeing what he's worth, because that boy is quality. But I'm very intrigued by this Cyhi, and the track is called Lost Control. Like, I don't know if that's a play from the Control verse where Kendrick, declared his. Maybe Cyhi is gearing up for the run at the title. Maybe he's gearing up for the run at the title. And here's the other thing, y'all. I don't want to play politician when it comes to this. I don't want to play like what's in whose best interest. I see that in the comments. I don't want to think about, well, it's not in his best interest to reply, or it wouldn't be even smarter. He's marketing. All I don't want to talk about that. I don't care about the marketing aspect and the professional aspect. I'm talking about the art. I'm talking about the culture. Culture wise, this is happening. It's already out there. Now, if he replies for the culture, or he steps away for professional levels, this is a real issue sitting at Cole's feet. He can ignore it if he wants to. I don't know if that would be the best thing for him to do, or if he is completely and totally just done with this, then he should just say nothing and just walk away from it and leave it where it is and let it die. But he has to know that if and when he ever decides to stick his head back out, this will be waiting for him. This little cloud of will be waiting for him. It'll be one more mark on his jacket. Like the first one being that he dissed Kendrick and then took it back and apologized, and then the second one being that Cole called you. I mean, Cyhi called you to the front of the congregation, and you ignored it and acted like nothing happened. If he pops back out, if he ignored it, acted like nothing happened for the sake of continuing down his retirement path, okay, and if he never comes back again, then it makes sense. However, however, if and when he ever does decide to stick his head back outside and come on, test the waters again, which I am of the firm belief he definitely will. I am of the belief that he will. I don't think any artist ever really retires. I don't think any real creative retires. That being the case, this will be something that J. Cole is gonna have to, should expect to follow him. He doesn't have to do anything. I gotta get real careful with using those absolutes around these comment sections, because one thing I learned from 50 versus Ti, those fan bases love to tell me how he ain't got to do nothing. He ain't got to do nothing. Okay, so let me be more careful with my words, just so we're not getting caught up in semantics. He doesn't have to do anything, but coming back outside, he has to know that this is gonna follow him. This will be like take two, and this is blatant, and it's right here while you're like riding high at the peak. Your number one album, I think it's like either number 6 or 7 or 7 or 8 number ones. Like, this is gonna follow him. This is gonna, like, somebody's going to remind him that he ducked Cyhi. That's what it's gonna feel like. And again, there's always the, well, Cyhi's not, big enough, high profile enough, et cetera, et cetera. But from all the stuff Cole was talking on the mixtape, he's happy to, work his way back up. So either way, you're only gonna be able to play one or two angles. Either he's not big enough or he's right in line with what you want. And that's only from like a commercial industry standpoint. Culturally, those of us who know that Cyhi is a very worthy opponent. Talking bars, talking lyricism, talking going back and forth. Cyhi is a problem. He is a problem. He's been a problem. Been a problem. I am so curious to see how this shakes out because quietly, this is Cole's opportunity to close the door in the face of his haters. Let's also look at this from the other way. We see the benefits in it for Cyhi. I don't know where he's going with this. I don't know what caused it. I'd be very curious to know. And if I can get him seated across from me to do an interview, I'm 100% gonna find out. And I'll ask him, what was in it for you, what caused it, why did you do it, what's in it for you. I'm gonna ask him in my own specific way, and I got a bunch of other questions so people who are watching this can't bite. I'm not even letting all those out the can, but like, dude. And I'm cool with Cyhi. This wouldn't be my first interview. This would be like maybe my second or third interview with him. But let's look at this from the other way. Cyhi on a plate. Cyhi's head on your wall as a trophy. Cyhi's name in your book, your Death Note book. Yeah. That's a big fish. That's a big fish because that control this lost control verse is there. Cyhi is a professional problem. That boy is no slouch. He is a problem. You don't want that aimed at you. No matter who you are, you do not want that pointed in your direction. You don't want that guy's focused on you with bad intentions. That is something you need to get it together for. And with that in mind, taking that trophy home, taking that medal home, being able to say, you know, I got a Cyhi skin rug on my floor. Like, bro, you wow, whoa, okay. He really gets to turn a lot of his haters or a lot of people who got mad at him for constantly bragging about how busy he can get and then turning away from the opportunity to get busy. This is definitely a chance to redeem himself. It's not Kendrick. It's not Kendrick. There's not as much to risk, taking the L to Kendrick on the big stage in front of the world. But in hip hop circles, Cyhi is definitely something to be respected, something to be regarded. That no dope on Sunday is like, bruh, in hip hop circles, this is a thing. This is a thing. And this is the kind of MC that Cole often told us. This is the kind of MC Cole often told us would be smart to stay away from him, stay out of his way. Cyhi is one of them guys. He is not a slouch. I don't care how many people go out and like commercially support Cyhi. And I'm not saying he's like, I'm not even talking about his financials. Like, I don't care how popular he is or how famous he is in the mainstream. Those of us in the culture are very aware of who Cyhi is and why we're aware of who Cyhi is. That man is nice. Nice. He is a problem. I can't state that enough. Cole packing up Cyhi would be something to talk about. And this is the kind of smoke he always said. If he ever got the opportunity, like he would light it up. So, this is almost like an alley-oop for him. If he is who he says he is and he does what he says he does, there's a worthy opponent stepping in the ring. Again, he may not be as known as Kendrick, but the hip hop circles are the ones that are judging him. I'll say that again. The hip hop circles are the circles that have been judging Cole for stepping away from the battle. His fan base, nah. Commercials, no. They always make the exact same kind of excuses they were making for 50. Well, what's this? Why would he demean himself to go down there? They always make those excuses. But we're not talking about the casual fans. I'm talking about the heads. The heads are the ones who were not having or buying any of the excuses for taking the diss back for apologizing and taking the diss back. They weren't having that. That exact same crowd will be the people who are watching this closest, because and this could be his opportunity to redeem himself in those people's eyes. Now the question is he going to do it? Is he going to do it, or is he going to ride out and retire? That's the question. There are a bunch of other questions, the why behind it and all that other good stuff, but the only thing that really matters right now is, will Cole respond? Will he continue on his path to retirement, or will he take some time out of his day, his multiple streams of income, come on down to the culture, get his pen out, and handle his business with one Cyhi of Chicago? Or is Cyhi from Atlanta? Cyhi, period. Are we gonna get this no dope on Sundays thing? Like, he's taking shots. The song is out there. He's not taking it back. Now what happened? He's at ATL. Thank you. I said Chicago. That's the Kanye thing. Pardon me, side, and pardon me, ATL. I don't. No disrespect. No disrespect. Yeah, I'm here for this. I'm here for this. I'll be watching this situation very closely. I was going to start talking about that Yachty thing, but I'd much rather be discussing this. Hit the comments. Let me know what you think. I'm down in there as soon as this wraps up, as soon as this uploads. I'm in the comment section. I want to know what y'all think. Give me the whys. And if anyone has any speculation as to why this is happening right now, I'm interested to hear that too. If anybody has any theories on why Cyhi may have jumped out the window, don't give me I don't want like rumors and innuendo. Just kind of what you think may have led to him doing it right now, choosing this time to do that. I'd love to hear that. I want to hear that in the comments, and I'm jumping directly down into the comments as soon as I hang this up. Y'all let me know. One, is Cole gonna respond? Two, why is Cyhi choosing now to take this shot? All right. Brothers and sisters, mothers and misters, bunions and blisters, this has been the 6 p.m. garage session. The garage is now closing for business. I'm your lead mechanic, Mr. Mac. Shout out to all the mechanics in the building. Hit the likes, hit the subs to show your boy love. We are back here Monday, 6 p.m. We are back here Monday night, 6 p.m. We are going to get immediately into this. If there are any wild developments, I may even get busy on Sunday, even though that's my day. If something pops off, I may pull back around on Sunday. So have your alerts, get your alarms ready so you know when I'm tuning in. And yeah, man, hit the comments. Let's have this discussion. I really want to know what we're talking about here. I see him going behind the lives, but hit the comment section. Let's have this discussion. I dead ass want to know what y'all think. All right. I can't even say it till Monday. Until next time, 6 p.m. garage session. Lead mechanic, Mr. Mac. Shout out to all the mechanics in the building. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know what y'all think. And yeah, happy Black History Month. Kind of a wild way to end it. The best possible kind of black on black violence. The only kind that's acceptable. Lyrical kind. I'll see y'all at 6. Peace.